Once you hear the story of the Snow Queen. Once upon a time, in a small village, lived two neighbors who were best friends too. Their names were GEDA and Kay. They loved each other a lot, as a symbol of their friendship and love. One day they both planted a rose plant, each in their front yards. Every morning, they would get together and water their plants and take care of them. When winters came, Gorda invited Kay. "Why don't you come over in the afternoon? My grandma has promised to make us a cup of hot chocolate and tell us a story." "Okay, Gorda, I will come over after finishing my chores." As promised, Kay went to Gorda's home in the afternoon. "Tell us the story of the Snow Queen Grandmama Baa." "There is no Snow Queen. Do you still believe in such stories?" Little did Kay know that the Snow Queen did exist. And she had a magic mirror, with which she could look at anybody. And right at that moment, she was looking into Gorda's living room, where they sat. "Doesn't believe in me, does he? I will send him my ice arrows that will turn him cold. All the love will be gone from his eyes and his heart will freeze over." And the Snow Queen sent her ice arrows towards Kay. As soon as they entered Gorda's home, they went straight for Kay's eyes and heart. "Ouch, my eyes! What's happening? They hurt. What is wrong?" "Kay, my heart, it hurts too." "Kay, what's wrong? Are you okay?" Suddenly Kay's whole behavior changed towards Gorda. "Oh, stop being such a wimp, Gorda. Nothing is wrong, get away from me." Saying so, he shoved Gorda aside and went home. Over the next few days he would give cold, mean looks to Gorda, and would never talk to her nicely. He wouldn't even come to tend to the roses that they had planted. One morning when Gorda was watering the plants, she saw Kay get into a carriage with a lady who was wearing a white gown. She had skin like diamonds, and her hair was silver white. Gorda immediately knew that it was the Snow Queen. She decided to follow her, but the carrot just vanished into thin air. So she went to her grandmama. "Here, take this hand mirror and follow what it tells you. The mirror only tells you the truth." Gorda took the mirror from her grandma and looked into it. The mirror told her to find the flower garden. So Gorda went looking for it. Meanwhile, once the Snow Queen reached the palace, she told Kay to make it his home. "From now on, this is your home now. You will never leave here. And once your heart freezes over, you will be mine forever." Back in the village, Gorda found the flower garden and entered it. The garden was full of the most beautiful flowers Gorda had ever seen. She fell in love with them immediately. But there was no smell of the flowers. Surprised, Gorda bent down and touched one of the flowers to understand if they were real. As soon as she touched one flower, the fragrances of all flowers returned, and the flower lady appeared in front of her. "Thank you, you have returned the fragrance of my flowers. Who are you?" "I am the owner of this garden. I am the flower lady. Can you help me? Have you seen my friend Kate pass through here? He has been taken by the Snow Queen." "Oh no, the Snow Queen. She is one who had taken away the fragrance of my flowers. I did not see Kate cross from here. But you should try the river outside the village." Gorda thanked the flower lady and went to the river. There she saw a boat waiting for her. She climbed into the boat and it took her to the pirate ship. Aboard the ship, GEDA saw many pirates, including a girl pirate. "Hello. Can you help me? I am looking for my friend. Kay the Snow Queen has taken him. I don't know any key. And even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Because once about the pirate ship, you can't go anywhere. You have to be here. No. Please, you have to let me go. Kay is my friend. I have to save him." "Friend, you say, huh? Well, I have never had a friend." "Okay, I will help you if you promise to be my friend." "Yes, of course. I would love to be your friend." "Okay then. Take my reindeer. He is the fastest reindeer in the world. And she knows where the Snow Queen's palace is." Gorda thanked the pirate girl and climbed on the back of the reindeer, just as the pirate girl had promised. The reindeer had Gorda outside the Snow Queen's palace in no time. Gorda got off the reindeer and went inside the palace. "Gay! Gay! Are you in here? What are you doing here?" "I am here to take my friend back with me." "Your friend doesn't exist anymore. Look at him standing there in the corner. Just in a few minutes his heart will freeze over. And then he will be mine forever." GEDA turned to see where the Snow Queen had pointed. In the corner stood Gay. His lips were blue and eyes were steely cold. Gorda rushed to him. "Kay, it's me. Your friend." When Kay didn't reply, she reached out for his hand. His old friend's touch returned the color in Kay's eyes. Encouraged by this change, Gorda pushed on. "Remember all the times we had fun at home? And our roses that we have in the front yard? There is no point in all this. His heart will freeze soon." Hearing this, Gorda broke down and started crying. As she was crying, her tears rolled on from her eyes and onto the hands of Gay. As soon as that happened, Gay looked up at Gorda and smiled. "Gorda, my friend. You came for me. This is impossible. Nothing can ever turn my cars over." She tried to pull Gorda away from Cave. And that's when Grandma's mirror fell out of Gorda's pocket. When the Queen looked into it, it spoke to her. "No, Queen, you have been mistaken. There is one power stronger than your curse. And it is the power of love." Hearing this truth, the Snow Queen started crying and soon dissolved in a pool of her own tears. "Oh, now I feel so terrible, dear. I think I have not been fair to Grandmam." "Well, you still have time to make things better, Tofu." "Yeah, you're right, dear. I will go to her and apologize right away. Don't forget to give her a kiss and a big hug." Do you still like today's story? If you like it, please remember to subscribe to this channel. You can be notified first and hear the latest stories. Good night, my baby.